Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Innkeeper. Today we're playing some Prison Architect. Sounds a good idea. Look! This prison is going places. I'm not too sure what we're really looking at here. Also, it doesn't have a name. I mean, I've saved it as Grand Theft Prison, and I think I've mentioned that. But you know what? They just... I mean, it might as well be. All our prisoners have some sort of car-related conviction. Which, well, actually, he's got aggravated burglary, so I've already, like, death by dangerous driving. There we go. Okay, he probably like arson. He probably like burnt his car. That's fine. That you know, it slightly burnt his car just a little bit. He didn't set fire to it with a Molotov cocktail or anything like that. That's great. Possession of a car. Yeah, see, lots is happening. Lots happening right now. What do we need in this prison, though? We have plenty of cells. The capacity of 26 prisoners, in fact, is pretty good. 1 maximum security, which is always nice, and 18. Normal security. I'm just going to take normal security people now because minimum, yeah, I just don't see the point. I mean, I guess minimum security people don't usually sort of try and get out as much. They probably have a less chance of actually trying to escape or take any sort of, you know, take anything that they shouldn't do, which would otherwise require a shakedown. Just feel better, but we're going normal because I think we get paid a little bit more for it. In fact, do the charts say otherwise? And it doesn't. But I do believe there is a wage system here. Standard prisoner grant and then max sec prisoner grant. So, I mean, we have 1 maximum security prisoner, so that's 200 right there. And that's... how many minimum do we have? We actually have 18, and we have 1,800 there, which means 100 we get for having normal security. And we probably get like 50 or something like that for the other guys. I believe so anyway. So that's always nice. So we do get an extra 100 if they're maximum security, which is always nice. We could make like a proper maximum security prison. It'd be kind of awesome. We'll get a shitload of money for it, even though most of our money actually comes from grants. Let's just go normal speed right now. Watch the prison actually come to life. That should be nice to see. It's yard time right now. I'm not too sure if I should change the regime at all. I mean, we do have 2 separate regimes here. One for maximum, one for normal. They're both the same right now because we don't have enough maximum security people. But I am sort of leaning towards the maximum and normal security people being in separate sort of regimes. And by that I mean separate eating times and separate yard times and free time and stuff like that. Mostly to stop sort of the maximum security people beating up the normal security people because they are weaker or anything like that. Okay, we don't want any weird shower time as well. The shower time would probably be separate. In fact, the maximum security, that's the night shift. They're going to go to sleep during the day. That'd be really awesome, actually. Have the night shift, have an actual night shift prison. That'd be quite interesting. I'm looking forward to that prospect in the future. What am I drinking right now? It's some sort of fizzy product. That I really shouldn't be drinking, which is why I also have some water here for when I feel like it's a good idea to stop drinking the fizzy product. In fact, right now, I feel alive! I didn't, like, say that with much sort of enthusiasm as I was anticipating. I am going to sneeze, however. And there we go. Beautiful. Thank God there is a mute button on this microphone. It makes life so much easier. That way I don't have to go into the edit. I don't have to edit the sound or anything like that afterwards. Okay, just no post-processing, just all raw footage. And it gets, other than, of course, the process that it requires when it gets compressed. So what do we want right now? People have been complaining about missing their families, in fact. They have their needs right here. I'm not too sure if these dots indicate that their needs are met, depending on how many there are. If there's a lot, then the needs are met. Or that the fewer pluses there are, the less their needs have been met. I'm not too sure. I mean, this guy says clothing. I have no idea. Like, I guess we don't have a laundromat, which means his clothing is shit, which means we probably... It probably means the more pluses, the more they require that thing. I'm not too sure. Someone, what the hell? Someone suppressed. Suppressed. What has happened to you in the past? What's the lockdown? 2 days in your prison. Mood bad, normal. It's mostly bad. Condition none, and then suppressed. Interesting. Okay, a little bit of misconduct, bit of lockdown, standard regime, sleep. something else there. The words are a bit weird. And then time. I'm not too sure what this really indicates, to be honest with you. Whether his like, that's what he spends a lot of time doing. He spends a lot of his activity time in lockdown, I guess. Which is probably why I feel suppressed. So really, what we should do is punish him with more lockdown. But I don't think we should do that right now. Does it say that he's still in lockdown? I'd imagine it would, but he's not. So, grading though. Punishment. So his punishment is at a 10. And are these points? Do these indicate points? 2 points, 5 years served. 9 points, 46% of stay locked up. 12.6% of stay suppressed. Okay then, so that like sort of dictates how much points go into punishment, I suppose. And he's at an all-time reform. I mean, he's not going to be reformed right now because we have no program for that. Security... that pretty much is gone. Okay, security is high. Health is not great. Not 2 points. Okay, yeah, so the point system does dictate this. Okay, that's interesting. So, 0 penalties from injuries or food or anything. Stay well fed is not one of those, unfortunately. 9% of stay exercising. Okay, and we'll probably get most of his exercise time in the yard. Sort of just looking. What's the miss? Estimated re-offending chance. 18% chance that he will re-offend. That's a pretty good sort of ratio right there. I quite like that. Okay, he's not gonna do any more bad things. That's always good to see. Who's this guy? Why is he not in his... Oh, he's released. Well, it's been fun, Skittles. You've served your 2-year sentence. Don't come back. Estimated re-offending time is 2%. He's being searched right now because he just passed the thingamajig and he's probably been caught with something. This is a bit awkward. You found a spoon on him. Okay, that was just a souvenir, I think. He wanted to remember. Even though for some reason these are metal detectors. And I mean, he's going back in, guys. He's going back in. Okay, 2 years. He's been released. He's done. Send him in there, guys. He's been very bad. Someone pick up that plastic spoon that we can somehow detect from a metal detector. There we go. He's been thrown back in. Good work. Oh, fantastic. He's been released, you fool. You got yourself owned there, you dumbass. Locked down for 5 hours. Oh, fucking hell. It was a memento. That's amazing, I'm not going to lie. Also, why are most of these guys just sitting around? What are we doing? Have you all eaten? Is that what's happened right now? That can't have happened already. We make so much food. Surely not everyone's not already fed. I mean, I guess they are just all sitting there. None of them want food. So I guess... What does it mean when it's green? I imagine that means it's good. Like, maybe it's exceeding, maybe it's increasing. The guy's fairly comfortable. Clothing is a problem, so I think we need to make a laundromat. I'm not too sure where to put this laundromat. We could put it next to the infirmary. Or we can put it along here. That would work out fairly well. Or down here. Yeah. I mean, it depends who actually works at the laundromat. Whether the prisoners work there or we have a particular kind of staff that work there. I mean, it doesn't look like we do. Dog handler. That sounds awesome. Canine. I like that. Armed guard. I don't want armed guards walking around. I don't remember armed guards. With a shotgun. Yeah. Alright then, that's interesting. Accountant. I believe we have one of those. Just keep it going. Keep the time rising. How's Skittles there? Is he reliving a new sentence? Okay. So, it's 2% reoffending chance, and he was just caught with a spoon, which actually makes me feel like everyone else is actually carrying some form of contraband, which means it might be time for a shakedown. Not too sure about you. We should have researched their cells while it was lunchtime, unfortunately, but we're going to have to live with the fact that that did not happen. But yeah, the laundromat, I suppose we could have it along here. That would work out fairly well. Be an interesting sort of design. So I imagine I'm going to do the same thing on this side, but with another type of building. I'm not too sure what. We still need a visitation, which I think is going to be up here. I think that would work out fairly well. Mostly because it's kind of secluded and we don't want visitation to go through the prison. I mean, that would be very bad for people that are visiting. I wouldn't like that to happen at all. People will escape, unfortunately. Like, no one's escaped recently, so we're going to have to keep our eye open. Is that a dummy? That is a prisoner. And these two are a poo. Okay, great. Great, that's cool. So yeah, what's going on here? Alright. Annoyingly, these guys actually go through the infirmary in order to get to their cells here. I might lock them up so it's just for guards. I can't really do that by the looks of it. I mean, I can make it for personnel only, I suppose, but yeah, I don't know. Because then the prisoners can't get in, so it's a bit weird. I don't want them to go through there, though. It just doesn't make much sense. Maybe we'll move the infirmary, in fact. We could move the infirmary somewhere else and change that to the laundromat. I like that idea, actually. I think we should do that. I'm just not sure how big a laundromat really needs to be. But I think an infirmary somewhere else would be much nicer. Like, maybe if we... Where could we have it? We could have the infirmary here, where the canteen is, and then it would sort of be a decent distance from everything. So let's do that. Let's get a room set up here. It doesn't have to be that big, really, so we don't have to go absolutely mental with it. We just need to estimate how big this is. 22, so 11. That's the middle there. Unfortunately, it's doubled, of course, so we have to sort of estimate, what, 1, 2, 3, 4. That would work out fairly well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's about right. I'm just trying to get this equally sized, and that would work out for us fairly well right there. Okay, that's good. So we'll change the infirmary. This can be the infirmary, and the laundromat can be that place instead. Mostly because it's a more secluded area. The infirmary needs to be sort of in a place where a lot of fights are probably going to take place. It was the idea of having it here, but it's also far away from these areas. I just want it to be sort of an equal distance from everything. So they'll go ahead and work on that. Unfortunately, it does require them to actually go around, which doesn't help us out too much. Also, it might be too far away, which is the other problem. But it looks like they're going to build it. So, you know, that's fine. Staff exhausted. Okay. Prisoner due for released. Rob Hunt. That sounds a bit interesting. Where are you, Rob? Look at these prisoners. They're all fine. They're not even sleeping. Okay, gotta keep our eye open there. Isn't doing something. Keep our eye open. We need some CCTV. I like the idea of having the view distance. Having I can't remember what it's called. Why do I even forget these things when I need to require it? The fog of war, that's it. I'm quite interested in that idea in this next run. Obviously, we're going to be on this map for too long because it's quite small, but I'm sort of thinking about maybe starting a medium-sized map with fog of war on and actually fail conditions. I think that'd be quite interesting to watch. More interesting than sort of... Because this is like sort of me getting used to it all, so that's what's happening right there. Getting used to the way the game works. Grants have really helped that out, so that's very useful. I'm not too sure how these other cells are going to work out. I guess we'll find out how that works over time. But I'm thinking like some sort of like a door here and a door there, and that will go into the other cells, and maybe another yard here for the other prisoners. Is this done yet? Well, it probably isn't because there's no door, so it requires an entrance. If we make a double door... Great. I'm sure some other people thought the same thing as I did this then. Unfortunately, actually, that's quite cool looking. But that is not required right now. What we need is to have this door here and then bricks here. Beautiful. There we are. I'm kind of tempted to get rid of the door for the canteen, and the same for these doors here that go into the cell areas. Mostly because I just don't feel like we need that much security at the moment. At least I just don't see the reason for it. The only thing it does is waste our time. I mean, the problem with the canteen being open all the time is that they could come down and maybe take some trade and start a fight. I'm not too sure. They probably will do that. But the thing is, if they're going to take stuff, they would when it's their lunch break anyway. So, I'm not too sure. This area, it doesn't really matter too much, but I mean, they could go... See, once again, I just don't know. Like, what does their free time include free meals whenever they feel like it? That would be a very laid-back prison. I would enjoy the idea of having a prison that was that laid back. Mostly because, I mean, what are they going to learn? Oh, let's go to prison again, because that was, you know, pretty good. It treated us like people. You're not a person. You're not a person at all. And yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Okay, so the infirmary is gone there. And we need to have the nice materials. Some white tiles. There we go, beautiful. Nice white tiles there. We're going to have another door on this side as well. Actually, not yet, because we're not going to need it that soon. So we're going to have 2 of those there. And we're going to have 2 of these here. And that should work out fairly well. Actually, I kind of want to have them here. And actually, 1 there, so that we can have one single door on these 2 sides, and that would be the other way to get into the infirmary. I think I like that more, just because that way I can actually fit another door in. So that's pretty cool. And the infirmary looks like it's going places. So I feel pretty good about that. That means we can actually dismantle all of these. There we are. So we have 1 less bed, which is unfortunate. But oh well, we don't have to worry about that too much. Also, we can actually get rid of this wall. I like it start that again. I like it aesthetically, but we just don't really need it. Right, so let's go super speed mode. I should have really dismantled these before I bought these new beds. Because they're probably going to place these new beds in now. Well, possibly, you never know. Let's keep an eye open, though. Some prisoners may try to escape, and we would not like to have that happen to us at all. The tired worker is slowly making his way. He's like dragging himself across the... What is he? He's walking on dirt by the looks of it. Like, it's very rocky dirt as well. Like, that is dry. Like, nothing is going to grow there at all. But anyway, yeah, he's grabbing the floor. Now he's like... Oh, his fingernails are like... Oh, God, don't think about that at all. Ugh. Ugh. It's horrible. It's like chewing cotton wool. Oh, God. Oh, my God. It's like... you know, I'm going to stop right now because I'm like torturing myself, and I'm probably torturing the viewers as well. We do not want that to happen. I just thought of it again. Okay. Right. We need a nice wooden flooring, because that would be pretty cool. And they would probably enjoy the idea of having a nice wooden floor to cozy up their living quarters. That would be pretty cool. Well, they're working quarters, not their living quarters. That would be quite absurd. There we are, and I think that's all of it. I believe so. Very expensive, but I'm not going to buy anything else, so fuck it. Screw it. More white tiles in here, mostly because might as well now. Tiles are very expensive. What was that? Oh, shit. Oh, bollocks. He got his way out with a spoon. Son of a bitch. Sean Smith. Where is the hole? I should have done a shakedown. I knew it. Where is the hole? We're going to have to find a dummy. Should have kept our eye open. Damn it. There it is. Okay, then. Well, we're going to have to search this cell now. So we need to send this guy in here. There's no way we're getting him, so we're going to have to just not worry about that for now. We're going to have to get rid of this tunnel. 1 guy escaped. That is unfortunate. But we're going to have to live with that. That does require a shakedown today, though, which will be taking place momentarily after we have finished with our accommodations. Accommodations! Beautiful. So let's just go speed mode. Let's get this nice and done. The dummy is here. I want this tunnel removed, guys. Remove that tunnel. Excuse me. Beautiful. Beautiful. Whenever I say that, that means I come back from muting myself to clear my throat. This Coke isn't great to have. Oh, shit. Okay. You didn't hear that? This fizzy beverage isn't nice to have. Shit. Sponsored by... It's fine, okay? It is fine. Nothing bad will happen. I'm not going to get shot down. Why are there random tiles here that are being missed out? I don't understand the logic. It is currently flawed. Also, these tiles over here are being worked on as we speak. And this tunnel is still not being dealt with. Come on. Let's deal with this tunnel. Keep it locked. There we are. We don't want people escaping. Look at them shower. One of them's got a spoon, though. How? You got balls, miss. You just went up to, like, the biggest badass of the bunch. And he was like, yo, sup? And that one was like, get out of here. I'm not too sure what I'm trying to imitate right now. And, yeah. There you go. There's a tunnel, guys. We're not going to clear this out. Oh, well. Time for a shakedown.